WordPress what to do. And that's where you start having fun as a developer. Because hey, it's just PHP. So more about hooks. There are two types of hooks. There are actions and filters. Action does something. It does something to WordPress, and I'll get into some examples in a minute. Filter hooks will change the code. Okay. I had a client that literally blogged about 5 to 10 times a day. And by the time I met this client, they had something like 3,000 blog posts. Then she started a Facebook page. She actually went into all the blog posts, and she went right at the bottom and said, hey, this is my new Facebook page. Well, you know what? I don't know about you guys, but I can't edit 3,000 blog posts. If I edit 5 of them, I'll be burnt out already. So with a filter hook, I can tell WordPress to put that announcement at the end of every blog post. I don't have to edit any of them. Would you rather do that? Okay. Now, hooks are a necessary part of WordPress because they instruct WordPress what to do. And again, I'm just reiterating that they tell WordPress when, where, for whom to run. Themes also use hooks as well. So for those of us who build themes, in the functions.php file, you can use the same hooks and themes as you do in plugins. Themes are actually a little harder to develop than plugins. Why is that? Tell me. Why are themes they're a little more complex than plugins? Why? Okay, I got critics. Because themes, you always have to deal with HTML, CSS, some form of JavaScript. Is it going to be responsive? Is it going to show up, looking well on iPad and an iPhone and all the mobile devices? Plugins, you don't really have to worry too much about that. You might add some HTML and CSS, but it's not necessary. It just depends on what you want your plugin to do. And again, the interesting fact, number 5, is that Drupal also uses hooks. Now, if you want to take a picture of this slide right here, that URL, those URLs are your hook references. So I see a lot of smartphones coming out. That's cool. And or if you have laptops, you can just type this in, and they'll give you the list of all the hooks. And trust me, there's a lot of them. Don't get overwhelmed. And here are some of my favorite hooks. I use these a lot. Okay, so admin menu. If you have the menu on the side, okay, when you install a plugin and all that new link comes, that is what the admin menu does. It creates a sub-menu item for you. Going down, I mentioned init, I mentioned admin init. Some of the other ones are edit user profile, like right, I think about the 8th one down. So when a user changes something, you can have your plugin do something. Maybe you are an admin, okay, and your plugin is going to use this edit user profile hook and send you an email every time a user changes something about their profile. So really go on, I use that one a lot. Going down to the 6th one, WP on-queue scripts. I know a lot of us have heard of this one. If you have JavaScript or CSS, this is the way your plugin will load. It will load those files. And a lot of people have built child themes. Okay, child themes used to import CSS from the parent, but now we don't even do that. We use this hook called WP on-queue scripts. I think everybody's using JavaScript nowadays. Okay, so you really need to get good at that particular hook. Now that's the action hooks. Filter hooks. The first one down is the content. That one I use all the time. That is the one in my example of the 3,000 blog posts. All you need to do is use this hook, the content. You call in the content of the blog post or the page, and you just concatenate that new URL right to the bottom. So whenever that person's typing, it's going to concatenate some HTML, and it's going to say, hey, visit my, or like my